chasing shine bright deep inside you. When will you ever let it shine from within and cast all of your fears aside? You'll see the light until...
Hello and welcome back to Kingdom Reviews. I'm your host, Future Keybearer. Today we journey to the Symphony of Sorcery. After a perfectly fine drop sequence, all things considered, Sora lands to see Mickey playing God. Something that kind of annoys me in this world, they have the music, they mimic the animations perfectly, and yet they can't time them together correctly? Anyway, the Dream Eater that escaped from Traverse Town appears for some payback. No, I will not get tired of doing this bit. So Sora wakes up in Yensid's tower to find Mickey in some sort of darkness-induced coma, centered around a piece of sheet music. Sora tries to smack it, but of course it's not that simple.
Gosh, is that a Keyblade? Who are you an apprentice to? I'm Mickey, the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Since when is Mickey telepathic? Then again, we might have known that since the first game, but who knows. Anyway, Mickey tells Sora that if he wants to try to face the Dream Eater, he's going to need to go into a different sheet music to find a sound idea. Ha! Moving on, the reality shift for this world is just a mini rhythm game. Relax, it's fine. Pretty standard, really. After a brief flashback of Mickey stealing Yensid's hat so he can do some zap-zap, we go inside the actual sheet music, where it's all based on the pastoral symphony section of the film, aka the Greek mythology segment. Because even though it's not based on Hercules this time, every KH game needs Olympus in some form. Upon finding the sound idea, the mysterious figure shows up again to wax poetically, insisting that he's not part of the dream. Honestly, I have no idea why he's telling Sora any of this. Anyway, Sora returns to the tower, but apparently, just one sound idea isn't enough.
Don't worry. I've got a friend out there who'll help. He's always picking up the slack for me.
Did I ever tell you about the time I got him to build our entire raft? Speaking of the guy who picks up all the slack.
And then a little bit more water, and then quite a lot of water.
A flood? Strange.
What was with the water? He goes, I put plugs in all of the sinks and turned all the taps on.
Actually, in this version, Mickey's fuck-up included flooding the place. Which, given the design of this tower as seen in KH2, that's impressive. Anyway, Telepat Mickey here gives Riku the same shtick about finding a sound idea to dispel the darkness. And we get another flashback, this time of Mickey bringing the brooms to life. Ah shit, who do we drop to when Mickey falls asleep? Donald? Wonder what his dive sequence looks like. Anyway, Riku's side of this is based around the Nutcracker Suite segment, and while it is a little funny to hear this music while fighting, God is it played out! When Riku finds his sound idea, the mysterious figure reveals himself to him as well, dropping this little nugget.
Boy chosen by the Keyblade, Riku. What? It was yours first, wasn't it?
So yeah, apparently the Keyblade he was supposed to get from Terra decided to jump ship to Sora because Riku succumbed to the darkness. So that whole business of Riku being the true Keyblade wielder back in KH1 wasn't bullshit. I do love bringing back old concepts with a new light. Anyway, he tells Riku that they wanted him for a plan, but his immunity to darkness makes him incompatible. So, much like the Keyblade, they're choosing Sora instead, leaving Riku to deal with...
It's me, the devil. I'm here to convince you to do sin.
Sadly though, the fight's not all that impressive. It's really just a glorified dive sequence and way too simple for its own good. Please ignore the fact that while capturing this footage, I beat it with 1 HP in a fucking dream. Anyway, Riku gets back and combines his sound idea with Sora's, allowing him to go back to face the Spelican. This fight is definitely better than Chernobog, though I will admit this opening bit of chasing it across the stars, while gorgeous looking, is a bit annoying. The meteors he throws aren't a big deal to dodge, but to this day, I am not sure how to deal with the poison balls. Regardless, once the boss is defeated, both versions of Mickey are set free, and Sora and Riku find their keyholes. Meanwhile, whatever plan Mickey and the others have with Axel/Lee is being prepped, Mickey decides to go help Sora and Riku, fearing whatever Xehanort is planning.
We're going too!
Aw, fellas, you're my best pals. But this time, I really do need to go it alone. The dangers are greater than anything we've ever faced before. If something were to happen to Sora and Riku and me, why, you'll be the only ones left to keep this world safe.
Oh, jeez. If that ends up happening, well, I think Donald put it best. Anyway, this world was pretty neat. While it was a little disappointing to only have 2 Fantasia segments represented for the actual world with little nods to 2 others, the ones they picked allowed for some lovely and diverse scenery. I also appreciate that in addition to strictly using music used in the films, they removed all regular battle sound effects, replacing them with random instrument sounds, emulating the purely musical elements of the segments. Part of me kinda wishes that they took a step further and had no sound effects whatsoever, but it does help to have some sort of auditory indicator of your hits landing. Overall, a beautiful, if brief, time. Well, that's it for this episode. Tune in next time as we return to a place that shouldn't exist.